Hello and welcome back to our podcast. My name is Dr. Alison Chuara. I'm the CEO and founder of Human Focus Limited, a company that is dedicated to creating healthier and happier workforces, workplaces, and ultimately communities all around us. Of course, it's always my pleasure week in, week out to come and talk to you. Not just talk to you, but I hope in talking to you, transform you as well. Transform your thoughts, transform your thinking. Today, we are going to talk about second chances. Not the ones given by others, but the ones that we give to ourselves. You see, life isn't a single draft. It's almost a manuscript in progress. And often, too often, we wait for someone else to re-invite us to the table. Did you hear that? To re-invite us to the table. As if our worth needs an external stamp of approval. But here's the honest and absolute truth. Sometimes the only signature needed, and I repeat, the only signature needed to sign off on your transition, your renewal, and your next chapter is just yours. Just one signature, your signature. Now, let me tell you a little story. Once, maybe upon a time, in a very small town, filled with massive, big dreams, as they would say in Scotland, there was a little girl called Amaya. Amaya had fire in her belly, dreams in her heart, and one big problem. The world kept telling her she wasn't ready. When she applied for her dream job, they told her, "Oh, maybe next time." Familiar with that? When she started a business, people whispered, "She won't make it. She won't make it." Even in love, she heard, "You are not enough." And for a while, only for a while, she truly believed them. She truly hung on to every word. Your dream job, maybe next time. Starting a business, people said she won't make it. In her love life, you were not enough. Well, she stared at the closed doors and wondered, maybe they are right, but that was someone else closing the doors to her destiny. But then one night, sitting in her cute little apartment somewhere in Deans, Amaya had a revelation. She asked herself, why am I waiting for someone to reinvite me to a second interview with my own life? Why? So, yes, she picked up the pen to rewrite another job application, not to sign another plea for approval, but to sign off on her own second chance. She hired herself. Yes, she chose herself. She launched a business again. She applied again. She loved again. And this time, life actually did whisper back, "Welcome. We are waiting for you to believe first." They were waiting. Life was waiting for her to believe in herself first. You see, there's a saying that says, the world belongs to those who dare to dream. Amaya's story isn't necessarily unique. And I'll be very blatant. It's probably the story of Oprah Winfrey, too, who was once told she wasn't fit for television. It's Steve Jobs one too, fired from his own company before making the biggest comeback in history. How ironic. He reinvited himself. He rewrote his story. It's perhaps Nelson Mandela's as well. After 27 years in prison, he still believed in a future worth fighting for. Do you see that? He also poignantly said, "Do not judge me by my success. Judge me by how many times I fell down and got back up." And here's the thing, life doesn't count you out unless you count yourself out first. So second chances are self-given. I hope we agree. Now let's get real for a moment. How many of us are waiting for an ex to say you are the one, waiting for a boss to say we have reconsidered, waiting for a friend to validate our dreams? But honey, let me tell you something. You are the one. You are the one reconsideration. You are the validation that you need. Think about it. Who told you that one rejection, just one, equals to no future? Who made the rule that a failed business means never trying again? Because guess what? That rule doesn't exist. The only thing stopping you from a second, third, fourth, or 50th chance, whichever it's going to be, is the belief that you don't deserve it. That's the belief that you've put between yourself and the next chance. You are worth it. So really today, I want you to give yourself something priceless. It's called grace. 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 It's priceless. A second chance isn't weakness. I honestly believe it's the loudest declaration of self-belief. It's standing in front of that mirror, looking yourself in the eye and saying, I see you. Alison, I hear you. Alison, I know you're worth it. And no, I haven't written you off because I see you and I believe in you. That declaration to yourself is the loudest declaration you can ever make to yourself, self-belief. I remember a few months, sometime last year, I had an interview with a very good friend of mine, Bayele. I think it was an RBS interview. And I remember we spoke about the things that fuel or fire or put fire in our bellies. And for me, self-belief, that idea that you can manifest things for yourself. You can say, I see you. I hear you. I know you're worth it. And no, nobody has written you off because you haven't written yourself off. That's powerful. It's about self-love with action. You just have to keep applying it again and again. And the same thing, keep applying for those jobs, that promotion. Keep seeking love again because you're worth loving. Keep dreaming anew. Dream again because the world doesn't just favor the lucky. Honestly, it favors the bold. You that dares to dream. You that dares to go for the second chance, the fourth chance, because you're worth it. Well, I just want to get a little bit personal here. Now, before we close, I want to leave you with a question, or rather a few questions, I think. And I really want you to sit with these questions. Where have you been waiting for someone else's permission to start again? In what area of your life have you been waiting for someone else's permission to start again? In whatever area of your life. What would happen if you gave yourself that permission instead? What if today was the day that you signed your own second chance? Your life, your dreams, your aspirations are still waiting for you. So you just need to go ahead, pick up that pen and sign your own name against that invitation to a second interview. Do it. And it's about telling yourself, I see you, I hear you. I validate you. There is something to be said about staying bold, about staying in a state of belief, most importantly, about staying in love with ourselves. So before I let you go, let me remind you this. Second chances aren't just about your career moves or your big life decisions. Sometimes they're also about the small but mighty moments. You hear me? The small but mighty moments. Waking up and choosing to love yourself again. Forgiving yourself for past mistakes again. And standing tall after heartbreaks, standing tall after business disruptions, and standing tall after the things that we really wanted out of life didn't work out the way that we thought they would. So is that ability to really see and look at the small but mighty moments that allow us to wake up and choose to love again, that allow us to wake up and choose to try again. Because every sunrise, really, and I truly believe this, every sunrise is proof that the universe believes in fresh starts. So who are you to limit your own start? And if the sun gets another chance to shine, so do you. So do you. So your life is just at the helm at the start. Please stay bold. Absolutely stay believing in yourself. Most importantly, stay in love with you. And yes, completely in love with yourself. Because your second chance is only a manuscript in progress. And we're not waiting for anybody to reinvite us to the table. Because your worth only needs your stamp of approval. And yet again, sometimes the only signature needed to sign off our own transition, our own transformation, our own growth phase, our next chapter or next promotion in life is yours. Your signature is the one that matters the most in your life. Your second chance is down to you. Your 15th chance is also down to you. Until next time, it's goodbye from me to you and your household. From Human Focus.